Hello, family and friends, and as always, my beloved veterans, it's Emilio Roman live from Atlantic City, New Jersey, and I'm joined all the way from Canada with my beautiful spirited co-host.
Amara Lodi, good morning. Welcome, everyone.
Yes, good morning, and thank you so much, Umara, for always showing up and being so supportive. We get great feedback from people about you, and thank you.
It's my
Bless you.
blessing. Blessing.
Bless you.
Yes.
Umar, do you mind taking us into a breath before we introduce our super, very special guest?
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. All right. So just sit up straight. Make sure that your vertebrae align on top of each other. Relax your shoulders back and spread your hands. And we're going to take a big breath on the count of 5. Inhale, hold, and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let go of all the negativity, pressure, and yesterday. Today's today. Have gratitude, be present, be here. Open up your eyes.
Wow, that was awesome. One breath to bring us
One
right
more.
back to center. One breath.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that. So, depending on where you're watching this broadcast, welcome to the Spiritual Sunrise Show. We will, throughout the year, we're outdoors. We're outdoors all year long here on the iconic Atlantic City Boardwalk and Casino. Speaking of casinos, we were there last night for dinner. You know, it's Daniela's 50th birthday yesterday. So, so it was her last night being in her 40s. You know,
Well, you just turned 21.
yeah. You know, they say that denial is not just, what is it, a river in Egypt?
You know what? When you think of a certain age, you remain that certain age. I am 16. You are 15, right? You're 15?
21 was a better age for me, 21. But thank you. But no, this is so cool. This is a great conversation. I'm loving this. There's so much going on and excitement. Yeah, and again, it's not just a brand new year, Umar, right? We keep saying on the show, it's a brand new decade. It's a decade that we're in. So whatever you did or didn't do, I love the saying that today's game is not won by yesterday's home runs, right? So if you won the game yesterday, if 2020 was your year, great. Today is a brand new day. It's a brand new decade. So you get the chance to start fresh, however you want that to be. And talking about fresh, Danielle and I started fresh with her brand new, I don't want to say brand, but she brought in her brand and we reached out to people. We looked at different people who can help us. And this guest, which you're going to introduce, came highly recommended through one of our co-authors. And we saw what she was doing. So we were secretly looking at what Carrie, oh, I gave out the name. So so go ahead, without further ado, introduce us.
Absolutely. Today, our guest is Carrie Crosby, aka Coach Carrie, ICF certified and creative development coach, and the founder and CEO of ATBA Impact Group. She chose the name Able to be Able because she truly believes that we're all powerful beings that are indeed able to be able. And Coach Carrie is passionate about people's growth and our unique connection to the divine purpose. Can't wait to meet her.
Boom.
Yay!
Hello.
Welcome.
Good morning, Grand Rising.
Good morning. Coach
Thank
Carrie, that is so powerful. Able to
Oh
be
yeah,
able. Wow.
absolutely. Yes, that is the thought behind it. It's the power that we all embody that we so seldom use it all. Like I mean, it's impossible to use it all, but we gotta use some of it. Yes, indeed.
I,
Absolutely.
I
So,
love I love her beautiful smile. I love her energy. We've
Thank you.
communicated several times. She has really been instrumental in helping us with Daniela's, again, bringing her brand, emerging it into the spiritual fitness family. And so before I go on, is the reception okay? Is anybody, are we good? I just wasn't sure if the reception, I want to double check. Are we good?
That's good to me.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So tell us, Coach Carrie, I love this. I love this. Now, does this have like a double entendre? Like, are you Coach Carrie because of what you do in your professional space? Or is there like something, is there like a sports thing attached to this?
You know what? That is very funny that you asked me that, because no one has ever asked me that, but I've always felt more like an actual coach, because I'm growing up, I played basketball since I was in third grade all through high school. And I was supposed to play in college, but I lost my clearance house because I got hurt my senior year of high school.
Wow.
So, I was going to be, WNBA, first woman to dunk, all this stuff, everything was circled around basketball for me. Basketball was my life. Basketball was my safe place. Basketball was truly my best friend. It was the one thing I knew I could always count on. And I knew after I played ball, I wanted to come back and coach. Well, that never happened. But I had the opportunity to still be coach in a whole different line of work, a whole different passion. And I really do look at it like that, because one of the things I always took pride in with my basketball team is I always got the award team before self. And I'm like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing on this side of it as well. I always put the team before myself, because what greater praise could I give myself than helping other people succeed?
Yes. Wow, that is awesome. Okay, so is basketball still something that you participate in? Like, is that like that?
I do. I don't watch it anymore, and I think it's because I get so frustrated. I'm like, oh, he should have went left. Oh, he didn't even screen. That was a little screen. That was a foul. He double dribble. Like, I can't. It's too much for my heart to watch it.
I love that.
But for exercise, I do still go to the outdoor courts and play. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, one last question, because I'm loving this exchange. Do you have a favorite, number one, a team, and is there a favorite player, and why?
You know what? I have no idea nowadays who's playing, to be honest with you. But back in the day, it was the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan. But the thing I love best about Michael Jordan is that he loved the competition. So, you got the Isaiah Thomases, and you got the Duckworth and the Drexlers back in the day when they used to play for the Trailblazers. And that was my favorite all-time series, because just the fact that they were among greatness, it brought out the greater part of each of them. So I really, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
All right, that's awesome. No, thank you for that, boy. What a way to start off. Powerful. I love that. It brought a side of you that I didn't know. And so whenever we get together, I'm gonna see if you got game.
Oh, come on, let me know now. Let me know.
Let me know. Competition.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to see when you get done though.
I'm coming over from Canada, okay?
Come on.
She loves it.
Sounds perfect.
I love it. I love it.
I'm going to honor some comments here. So this morning we have, Daniela joined, Lori joined. Thank you so much, Lori. Daniela is saying, Carrie does absolutely amazing work. Check out the sizzle reel and flyer she did for my Daniela's delicious dishes. Yes. It turned out beyond my expectations. Thank you, Carrie. And she's also saying, you remind me of someone from WNBA. I bet you are an awesome in basketball.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Daniela's loving the Southern accent. Me too. Me too.
Yeah. She always tells me that, Carrie, about she goes, yeah, I love her accent. So
yeah.
So
I always say I'm country with a K. Like, I'm from the deep country.
Love it. So, Coach Carrie, tell us a little bit about the ATBA.
Absolutely. So ATBA Impact Group is really a business that I started in order to reach for my greater goal, which is to own and operate the biggest community center in the entire world. And I plan to do this by means of online services as well as online events. My first one is coming up actually in April. It's April 22nd through 25th, where I'm going to be hosting some people. It's got a VIP package and all that type of stuff. But the whole point behind it is to combine growth and fun. because statistics show that when you add fun to any type of educational process, it amplifies it. So that's my whole goal, because with the ATBA Impact Group, I want to really change a little bit of the definition of what a community center is supposed to be. When you think of community centers, a lot of times you think of, Zumba, the pool, getting, kids getting swim lessons, and, little things like that that brings people into one place. My idea of community center is to build a community within infrastructure that creates relationships that goes out, so that the community can spread, not compact. It needs to spread. It needs to be something that's contagious, so that we can get rid of this idea of exclusion. Start thinking about inclusion, include everybody, all walks of life, all genders, all mind thoughts, even the mind thoughts that we don't necessarily agree with. Because I know for me, one of my passions is helping homeless people. And I feel like, they always say in the coaching industry, you got to look at what your niche is, and then you got to figure out what is that missing piece. And I feel like in the plight of trying to cure homelessness, we always focus on feeding their bellies.
Yeah.
And I really want to focus on feeding their minds.
Ooh, that's
Because
powerful.
once they've been in a certain place for so long, they feel like that even if they get out, it would just be getting by, because all they want is a roof over their head and food in their bellies. But I want to challenge that mindset and say, you can be a millionaire. You can have dreams. You can still have goals. You just got to put yourself in a receptive state at all times to receive whatever help is coming to you and become a vibrational match to it. So that is what, ATB is all about. It's really empowering people so that they can see it doesn't matter what your circumstance is. It doesn't matter where you came from. And quite honestly, it doesn't matter where you want to go. As long as you position yourself to be a person that can accept change, because sometimes that's something, help and money. Y'all want to be like, I don't want it like that. Well, if God brings you to it, and it's for you. So stop cutting off your blessings and really stay in that receptive space so that you can build yourself up, because the best way to build others is for them to see that you've done it too.
Yeah.
So that's ATBA.
Wow. That's
it's a lot.
Yeah, no, it's mind
goes to
blowing.
right there. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you bring so much to the table, and you hit on something, change, and that's one of the things that I love talking about, because it was one of the things that I was most challenged with, right? And I would read books or anything that had the word change, and I came across a book, and my friend, her name is Julie Donnelly. She wrote a book, Why Does Change Have to Be So Hard?
Right.
And then hard, she had an acronym. And the H stood for habits. I want you to talk about this, but the H stood for habits. Right? We got habits. And when we don't recognize that we've got to do something with those habits, especially if they're not serving us, then the A is for attachment, right? Attachment, like our opinions, or we're attached to our opinions, or we're attached to certain things. That can make change very difficult. And then we had the R. So what is it? HAR, the resistance, right? What are we resisting? There's got to be, we're resisting something, right? Because we understand universal law. Whatever you resist persists.
Yes,
right?
exactly right.
And then the D stands for discouragement. Like discouragement, like there's things that we're discouraged. Why? So for me, I love what you're saying there, because the one thing that we all know that is a constant in our lives is change.
Absolutely.
And if we don't embrace it, we don't know how to come at it. And if we don't flow with it, we're going to come across a wall. So the fact that you are doing this for this community, and that you are changing the concept, like you said you wanted to not just look at the community center as the Zumba or just having going ahead and having swim lessons. You want to inject fun, because when you can inject fun into this environment, people perform better statistically. When you are happy, you do better all the way around.
Yes, you do. Mm-hmm.
That was amazing.
And yeah, and when you're talking about that fun aspect, and it's because not so much as what they're doing, but it's the feeling that they're producing inside. So when you get a hold of a good emotion, you should milk it, because it's like you said, the same as resistance. What you resist, you persist.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing with what you invite. What you invite also
Mm.
amplifies. So if you're inviting in fun and you embody that feeling,
Boom.
yeah,
Boom.
that's the red hot
Yeah.
moment right then that
Oh.
everything in circulation is focused on, because that's the very thing that you're focused on in that moment. So the more fun and happy and wholesome and
Love
good
that.
moments you can have, the more stockpile you got of those emotions. When you do get in those down times, you can refer back to, like, oh, you know what? I got like 10 things that I do that make me happy. Let me just pick one. Like, seriously, I don't care. I know I've done this before. Like, things that go wrong in your life and you get upset, you get emotional. But I've been in the middle of a deep cry, deep, ugly cry, one of those cries. And
Yes.
I just turn on the happiest music I can think of, and I'm still crying, but I'm moving. And before long, the emotions just go away.
Wow.
So that's
Wow.
why I want to inject more fun and more happy feelings, is so that we can have it closer to the forefront of our minds, what happy and good feelings feel like, and remember them and know that I can reach that at any point that I need to, even in the worst moments.
Wow. Wow. The fact that you can tap into that, whatever you want to tap into, it's at your disposal. I love
Can,
it. And I know,
truly can.
Mara.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Perfect. Ivy joined. Good morning, Ivy. And Daniela is saying, I love that, Carrie. The best way to build up others is by building up ourselves. That is beautiful. And Ivy is saying, yes, fun, happy, and wholesome activities that lift us up. So
Mm,
true. And I so 100% agree with what you just said. Creating fun, it builds up serotonin in the body, and then you get out of it smiling. You cannot smile and be sad at the same time.
right.
Like, try
Right.
doing it. Try doing it. Like, if you're
Yeah.
sad, try smiling and just be sad by doing that. You
Right.
can never be that. So that thing, and reach out to people. Sometimes we're too much in our thoughts. I feel I was there as well. When you reach out to people, you get to share thoughts, and sometimes a third person's perspective is absolutely necessary. And music uplifts, absolutely it
Oh,
does. I usually go online and start talking to people and start playing violin. Even if I play good or bad, I just do it. So
yes.
absolutely right. So tell me a little bit about how you got into that passion of helping others and uplifting others, and what triggered that? What got you into all of that?
Well, I feel like, honestly, I know a lot of people say it, but I honestly feel as though this is what I was born to do. I was in retail management for 22 years, which I'm celebrating that 2020 was the first Black Friday I did not work in 22 years. I
Wow.
survived 22 years of working Black Fridays. Let that sink in. I'm a
Wow.
warrior.
You are.
But after all those years of being in retail management, hiring people, firing people, training people, coaching people, all these things, I realized that my common denominator of a thing that I had to work on all the time was my employee retention. And I was like, I just don't understand, what it is that, I'm doing that I need to tweak. But I realized I just really couldn't keep a lot of good people. And I'm like, I have to really sit down with myself and figure out, what it is I need to change in my training process. Well, what I realized is I'm like, okay, so the people who have left, how is my relationship with them? They were all good. They still call me. They still talk to me. Some of them still come hang out at my house because I'm a cooker like Daniela. So, I just like bring it. Y'all bring the ingredients. I'll cook it all and clean it up. That's how it used to be at my last apartment. But I was just like, okay, so that can't be it because we all had good relationships. And then I started thinking about what each of those people were doing, and they were all following their dreams. I was training people out of the position that I had hired them for because I saw more in them than what they were doing. And I was like, there's something to this. I really didn't know what it was then. But when I went to a seminar in California in 2019, I went to Lisa Nichols conference. It was Speak and Write Encore. And it was the first time I ever heard of a life coach. And I'm like, who need a coach for their life? Like, I think they call those therapists. You know what I mean? Everybody need a life coach. You know, I just thought it was the silliest thing. And the more I looked into it, it's just like, this is what I did for 22 years. Literally, this is what I did for 22 years. And that was a very, the initial think is, oh my good, for 22 years, I could have been free. But at the same time, I'm like, what a blessing though, because I know that I can do this. And I know I'm meant to do this because I did this without even thinking about it for 22 years. Amen. So I was like, it makes sense. It just all makes sense to me. And when I found this profession, it just clicked.
Wow.
Beautiful.
And thank you for that. And speaking of that, so is there an ideal client? Is there someone that you work best with? Is there some, and once you share that, how can people get a hold of you? Because people are scrolling through this. Somebody you may just have a second to talk to.
Right. Absolutely. Well, my typical avatar is a middle-aged African-American woman who is really at that point in her life where she's looking to elevate herself because she's been the strong suit and the matriarch for everybody her entire life. And the void that's missing that still needs to be filled is filling herself back up with herself. Because we seek outwardly a lot of times for things to make us happy, to have those fun moments and things, but very rarely do we search within. And I know in my history of being an African American woman, is the most honorable thing you can do is be numb. The most honorable thing you can do is not show emotion because you're strong and you can handle absolutely anything, and you can, but you're not supposed to do it alone. You're not supposed to always be in a position where you have to break your back in order for someone to know that too much will break your back. So now that doesn't mean that I don't work with male and all nationalities and everything, but that does seem to be who is gravitating to me. And if anyone resonates with my message, though, I am down but I do give a disclaimer. If you don't want to win, then I'm not your girl. Because I will believe in anything that you can think of. If you have an idea and that is the idea that keeps you up and that makes you passionate and you tell it to me, I'm ready to run on point. Let's go. Let's get it. We're about to get this dream.
Damn. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. And I know that part of that comes from that fiery, competitive spirit. You love a challenge. And that was the quality you saw Michael Jordan. He's up for the challenge. You got that. And so I'm with you. And I know that when we reached out to you via our girl Tracy Randolph, a shout out to her, you were like, let's go. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
That same attitude that she brought to Danielle and I is the same attitude and spirit she's going to bring to you. So the best way to get a hold of you, I want to make sure.
Oh, yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. It's ATBAimpactgroup.com. That's my website. You'll find my coaching service and video editing services on there. We also have a donation page that pops up in the beginning because we are working towards a 501c3 at the moment. So anybody who wants to donate. It's tax deductible. Just let me know if you do, because we don't have the receipt set up online right now. But I want to make sure you get your tax deductible receipt. So I just want to put that out there as well. If you want video editing service specifically, you can always email me at stutterstyles@gmail.com. Otherwise, for the entire business is atbaimpactgroup@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's awesome. And do you have another 5 minutes left? Because I know we got comments. You got another 5 minutes?
Oh,
great.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So Daniela, going back to the laughter part, Daniela saying laughter and music are my two go-to tools. Just ask Emilio how much I love laughing. I scare small animals.
My ears.
Small animals?
That's a good problem to have. I'll take that problem any day.
Yeah. I'll say this real quickly. Daniela, she said that's one of her gifts. So when she laughs, she doesn't hold back. It's such a gift. But she's scared. She's scared of cats and dogs. Like if you ever been in her presence, she'll just like laugh. I don't know if you ever met someone like this, but she'll hear something funny or an idea comes up. She'll just laugh, and anybody around her goes. So they're more startled than anything. I mean, obviously, I love her. That's one of the qualities I love.
That's awesome.
But it is an amazing quality gift that she has.
That is amazing.
That is so amazing. So Daniel is saying, "Ooh, whoa, wait up! You cook? We are coming for an old southern meal. Get ready, girl."
Yes, yes.
Yes, get it.
Ivy's saying, "Absolutely love that. I was training people out of their positions and help them live their dreams. Beautiful, beautiful." Who else? Okay, Ivy's also saying, "Thank you so much for jumping in and interacting." She's saying, "Love Lisa Nicole. She's a master storyteller. Would love to attend one of her events." Yes, yes.
Come on.
And Danielle is saying, "I believe in one way or another, we are all life coaches. We are heart-centered and want the best for others and teaching others through our struggles and life experiences. Then we are coaching."
Very
Absolutely.
Thank you. Wow.
true. Love that.
Wow. This is great. You know, Carrie, what is it? I want to give you this time. What is something that you're passionate outside of coaching? Talk about this 50C that you're passionate about.
Okay, so the 501c3 will give the ATBA Impact Group nonprofit status, so I'll be more grants and government money will be available. Granted, like I said, like we do take donations for anything, but the magnitude that I know this will reach, I will need more funds, and I know that the 501c3 and the nonprofit will help me to expand this vision to where I see it going. So I think the most passionate part right now is the events that I'm creating, though. Like Ivy said, I do have, it's called the High Vibe Expo, is what it's called. It's going to be April 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. The 22nd is the VIP packages. The Eventbrite link will be up by the end of this month. We're still working with the layout and everything coming together. But I'm so excited about this thing. I just want to add this right quick. When I started, and this is to anyone out there who wants to do something and your excuse is don't have the money, I started providing this event with zero budget, like not $1. I'm not a quarter, not 2 pennies to rub together. And I started laying out everything, and I'll show you right here. I got a piece of poster board paper, and I literally started writing out everything that it would take, all the people I would need, all of the ideas I could think of, and I just started graphing everything out. And I just started putting people's names in the areas which I needed someone that I knew that could do that and would be great at that. And I just started reaching out to people. I'm like, my budget is zero. Will you do it? And I haven't gotten one no yet.
Wow.
Not one. When I tell you that this event is going to be absolutely life-changing, not just for me, but everybody who attends, you're going to be getting people that are so passionate about what they do that they can't even say no.
Wow.
So, and I know God has put every single person in its place, and it's been his hand who has orchestrated this whole thing. So it doesn't matter what you have. What matters is that you do what you feel called to do, because God will do everything else. It says he has to increase, right? I just have to add the action. He has to increase. So that's one thing I'm passionate about, is just walking in my path. And no matter what the circumstance or it looks like or feels like, there's a different type of vision you have to have when you get that feeling in your gut that you're supposed to be doing something.
Yes, yes. Oh wow. Wow. That is so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
That is so powerful. And see that, and that comes out of every pore of you, in your being. Like when we connected, when people talk about you, because Tracy says, "Oh, I got someone," but everyone says, "Yo, I got a guy, I got a guy, I got a guy, I got a girl." But I mean, there was something about the way she said it that I was like, and I already got other people that do what similar, but I was like, there was something about the way she said it. I was like, I said, make the introduction, and I honestly, I don't think I've ever done this, but there was something about you that I think I paid you, and it was like 3 or 4 weeks out, and right?
I know. He sent the payment. I was just like,
There was
yeah,
something about her, and now I see it. Like I see why I was drawn to you,
yeah,
and everything that she's saying, she speaks truth to it. I can see she's grounded, she's mission oriented, and
mm,
that's what it's about. We love
yes.
connecting with heart centric entrepreneurs, and she's no joke. She's feisty. She got
Yes.
game. Literally, she got game. You know, and there you go. And on that, baby, on that. So listen,
All of it.
I love this. So now I really see the special connection.
Mhm.
So this is wonderful. So Umara, if you want to read a final comment, and then we'll let Coach Carrie leave us with a final word.
Absolutely. Daniela is saying, I love your spirit and energy. I encourage everyone who wants themselves marketed or highlighted for themselves and their businesses, connect with Carrie. She's like streaming us.
Yes.
And
Woo-hoo.
I've been
Y'all
saying,
did that.
Carrie Crosby, I'm so glad I met you here. You have an amazing gift. In your smile is beautiful. Your passion exudes wonderfully. And
Yes.
Daniela is saying at the end, you're such a sweet soul. And even
Oh,
though we only connected via Messenger, we have developed a friendship and we have our humor and inside jokes.
yes. Yes. This one's for Daniela. Hurry up.
That's great. I don't even know what it is, but it sounds funny because I know they're always exchanging emails
Yes.
and messengers. Like, let's get it done. Let's get it done.
Yeah. She always tells me, she's like, oh, don't worry about it. Take your time, but hurry up.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. I love it. Well, Coach Carrie, you have been a blessing to those watching this live. And I know many, many more would watch this on the replay.
Right.
Uh, your final words on why people should take action on 2021. I mean, it's a whole new decade.
Right, right. I would say the main reason you should take action in 2021 and every day is because you're worthy. We
Mm,
have been taught too many times that we are unworthy, and this isn't my words, this is Abraham Hicks' words, that we are unworthy on our way to worthy. And that's a bridge we cannot jump. We can't jump that gap. We were born worthy because had we not been, we would not be here in the position that we're in order to do the things that we need to do and tell the stories we need to tell. Anything that you have gone through that has been adverse is just a part of your testimony. And there's someone waiting for you to tell them that you've been through it, that you made it through it. And the sooner that you get out of your own way, you will make it. You are
wow.
worthy.
Wow. Wow. We got to have you back on here. We got to let me
Yes,
know
sir.
about your events. Let us know about these events. We want to stay plugged in. And where
Yes.
are you? We're only about 12 hours away, 15, where
Yeah.
you're.
I'm in South Carolina. Yeah, that's about
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I used to live out there in South Carolina. That's where is the home of the Marine Corps. Hold on, you got me thinking
We had an
about,
Air Force base here.
okay, you got the Air Force Base. You got me thinking about Paris Island. Paris Island?
Oh no, no, no! It's not. I don't know how close I am to Paris Island.
Yeah. So Paris
Yeah,
Island. So yeah, but I love
awesome.
that country. I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah,
Love the
it's
culture.
nice.
I love the people there. But thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to have you back. And we didn't
Yes.
do a silly shot. So let's do a silly shot. You
Oh,
down with
yeah.
it?
We doing one?
Yeah, we're doing what? All right.
I like that one.
I like that. Do that one again. And Daniela, go ahead. Hold on. And cut. All right, ladies. Listen, love you. We're going to
Thank
sign
you.
now. God bless you.
Thank
Hello,
you.
everyone. I'm Emilio Roman. I'm America's #1 spiritual fitness coach.
My name is Anilda Davila, and it's an honor for me to know Emilio Roman. I met Emilio through Austin James to be part of his co-author network project, Spiritual Fitness Survivor. And to me, it was like a divine connection.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ivy Perez, and I am a certified transformational life coach. Now, I believe in the power of vulnerability. And over the course of the past year, I've been sharing my journey, my story on social media. And Emilio Roman actually reached out to me because of doing that and asked me to share my story. And becoming a part of the co-author network and becoming part of this book, the Spiritual Fitness Survivor book, not only has given me a platform to share my story, it has given me the ability to voice my journey, voice my story so that I can empower others to do the same.
Emilio has done a lot for me. This is actually the second book that I'm in, and it has been an amazing experience, all because of him. So the first one was a great experience, but when he approached me about doing a book with him, that was a no-brainer. Not only is he great at the publishing and doing the book, the support and tips that he gives you along the way are amazing. Even if you're not looking to do a book deal, if you're looking to grow your business, if you're looking to grow yourself and just be a better person, Emilio is definitely the guy that you want to follow.
Hi everybody, my name's Karen Drosnes, and I am a co-author in this magnificent book, Spiritual Fitness Survivor. I met Emilio Roman through a really good friend of mine, and immediately our energies connected. He is extraordinary at what he does, and trust me, you will never feel alone when you work with Emilio. I happen to agree with a good friend of mine, Bridget, who says, even if you would choose not to write in the book, Emilio is someone you must know. I had been planning for a long time to share my story with everyone and the world of overcoming traumas. And then the next thing I know, I just opened my hands up, and guess who jumped in them? Emilio Roman. Thank you so much, and please connect with Emilio. He is beyond amazing.